streaming to service contractors around the world. You're listening to the No Magic Shit Podcast with Jamie Schmidt. There's no magic in business. Stop falling for the unicorns and fairy dust. On this channel, Jamie will interview and discuss real business tactics to grow your service business. Here's your host, Jamie Schmidt.
What is up? What is up? Your boy Jamie Schmidt here, man. I'm honored to have tonight's guest on, man. JC Chanowski is tonight's guest, and man, JC's journey has been an awesome one to watch, man. I've been watching JC's journey for a while now, watching him grow, and I was stoked when he said to come on. He would share some of the things that he's done to help him get to where he's at. So let's introduce JC Chanowski right now. What's up, brother?
Jamie, how we doing, buddy?
We're doing.
Good. I love the gold mic you got there. I'm a little jealous. I got no mic.
Gold mic. You got to get a gold mic.
I got a coffee cup. That's Mr. Fabulous right here. That's all I got for you.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about your company. When did you start? So you're in the exterior cleaning industry, just like I am. When did you start that business?
So we started the Cape Fear Pro Wash 2009 when I got out of the Navy for the first time. And I moved from New York down to North Carolina. And I was originally going to start a landscape company. But then I found that there was just too many landscape companies, kind of like now, there's too many pressure. Well, I shouldn't say too many, but there was an abundance of them.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
There is. And then you transition into starting to do Christmas lights, man. You guys enjoy the Christmas lights. Like that's
I love
dude.
I mean, look,
yes.
we got the Christmas tree up just for you, Jamie.
Dude, you've been having Christmas trees up. I've been seeing you guys doing videos with Christmas trees and all kinds of stuff with lights. I've seen you guys installing lights already for some commercials you guys are shooting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I've been seeing it. I've been seeing the stuff you're doing, man. But as you started your company, I mean, I know we all go through struggles to grow and to get to where we want to be. And I know it's not easy. A lot of guys, they enter this industry. I think the pressure washing industry is one that guys believe it's a easy entry industry, which it is in a way, but there's some business that goes involved, man, because it's not as easy to grow as everybody thinks it is. It takes a lot of work.
It's a low barrier industry. I mean, what do you got to do? Spend $1,000 on a pressure washer and a tank, just on the low end, 2.5, whatever gallons, and get started. And they see the opportunity and they go with it, but it's just, there's a lot more to it. And it didn't resonate with me until probably 10 years into it. What are we now? 8 years into it, when I realized that, just my father and I who started it, it can't just be us. We're not going to be able to grow this thing and expand it to where we want to, or else we'll be working in the business every single day instead of on the business. And it was at that point when I realized that I need to start hiring people, and that's very scary for a lot of people. It's the trust, the fear of having to pay for somebody, just being able to afford them. People don't realize that you'll make more if you hire properly. And once we started doing that and just hiring the right team to grow the company, things just got smoother.
No, I agree 100%. And it's all about people. It's people. You got to put the right people in place. And that's, I know Pat Clark, man. Pat Clark got that into my head back in 2000 and I want to say 18. When I visited his place, he's like, dude, it's about the people. Like, it's people. You need to put people in place. And then you got to trust those people, right? Once you get them. And I see a lot of guys who struggle with that. They are afraid. They're like, I don't want to send anybody out because I'm afraid they're not going to do the same job I do. And I'm like, you know what? They're not going to do it. They may do a better job than you do. You may be surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. I remember the first day I let my truck go and I watched the two guys drive off in it. Like, it was like watching your kids go off to school for the first time. It was bittersweet, but then you're sitting by your phone, you're just like waiting, like, all right, I know they're going to call. I know something's going to go wrong. And they never called. And the day went on. And then I was able to do things that I couldn't do while I was out in the field working all day. And it's funny you mentioned Pat Clark, because he's pretty much the catalyst for why I am where I am right now. And there was a phone call I had with him, I believe around the same time, where he had introduced me to Conquer. And I'd watched his journey, and it was an amazing journey. We kind of started around the same time. And I got on the phone with him, and he introduced me to Conquer. And that's really where we just started taking off and realizing that we needed to hire the right people, put the right people in place, invest in the company, and just kept getting on that right trajectory where we just kept scaling and scaling and scaling to where we are now today.
Yeah, and you guys are you're doing some amazing stuff, man. It's like I watch it and see the things you're doing, and it's like, man, JC's he's putting all those things in, and he's putting those systems in place, and he's putting those people in place, and he's just running, man, and he's just like firing all cylinders. And I still know, dude, you still have days you struggle with something. I mean, because we all have. There's days and that's the thing, man. I'm like
every day, Jamie. There's great days, and then there's days that are okay, and then there's days that like, let me just go back to the 9 to 5, and not even have to worry about it. And if anybody says that everything is just glitter and unicorns, and they're just lying. They're lying to themselves. And I had a coaching call today, and I straight up told everybody in my group, I'm suffering some days where I got to smile and look happy for everybody, but really there's a struggle going on inside. How we're going to get through the month sometimes, or how we're going to make payroll. It's, it's easy to get all the systems in place, but things don't always go the way you want to. The economy is just kind of wishy-washy right now. We don't know where we're going to be next month, but we're very grateful for where we are now, and just going to keep on pushing.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm the same way and go through the same struggles, man. And sometimes you look and you're just like, you're afraid because, when you take on when you hire people, man, they had to feed their families too. So it's kind of like now you're like, I don't know. In a way, I think it pushes you harder though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're like, I got to make sure. Because if it's just you on a truck by yourself, you're like, you know what? I can just let the throttle down a little bit. Not a big deal. I got some money. But when you got guys depending on a paycheck, man, you're like, okay, we need to do something. Well, it's slow next week. All right, we got to do something to push this up, and
absolutely,
it pushes you.
Yeah, I remember the days where we can make $500 a day and then go fishing, and those days are long gone because, like you said, we got the employees now, we got the team, and at the height last year, we had 25 people on payroll, and that's a scary number because that's a lot of families to feed, and you're not just taking care of that one team member. You got the team member, their family, their kids. Maybe they're taking care of significant others too. And it just puts that much more stress on your plate. But at the same time, it's like, hey, look what I was able to do. Look who I was able to take care of, or look who was able to buy a house or buy a car. And it's just so rewarding to be able to see that and grow with them and take that chance by hiring the next person and knowing that you're going to go further instead of saying, well, I'm scared to, I don't want to, I'll do it next year. I'll do it in 3 months. I'll do it later on. And then it just keeps evolving and the cycle just keeps going on. And you're still working every single day on the truck, in the field, answering the phones, responding to the emails. So it's a very scary step to make that first hire or the next hire. But once you do it, you're like, I should have done that sooner.
Yep. And you brought up coaching, you brought up Conquer. So I know you're in Conquer. I see you in Conquer. I'm in Conquer. And, I hear a lot of guys out, not a lot of guys, but you hear those people that say, you don't need coaching and all this. But I mean, I can tell you, like, coaching programs they're not about the unicorns and the fairy dust, man. They're about like giving you like vision, man, and get you focused on things you need to be focused on. And it's also somebody from the outside looking at your company, right? Because we can look at our company from the inside and we're looking at everything, and to us, it looks awesome. But to somebody outside, man, they're looking in and be like, hey, you need to, if you tweak this right here, man, this is going to change. This is going to change your company. So I think coaching could be amazing for people. I mean, I think guys really need to look, when they want to take their business and they want to start growing, coaching is it's just invaluable. It can help you so much, man.
100%. Yeah. And that's another fear is, or the factor that stops people, well, one, the self-limiting belief that, I don't need that, so I'm going to do fine without them. But once you realize that they're an investment in your company, just like another teammate or team member, that why make the same mistakes that they already made? I mean, how much is that going to cost you to, do the wrong marketing method, not have the right call to action, right? Not build your systems the way to make you more efficient, and just repeat that vicious cycle when they can say, hey, JC, this is what we did to go from 100,000 to 500,000. Oh, well, wow. It just took me a year to go to 100 to 5 when it would have taken me 2-3 years to do that, just by listening to that coach, implementing what they've taught us, because they've already made the same mistakes that we're about to make. So how much is it really costing you?
Oh, you're right. It's an investment, and it's a great investment, man, for people. I mean, it's really a great investment. Just the community and the growth you can have. So, I think everybody should look at coaching at some point in their companies when they want to grow.
And I've seen
and there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I've seen guys the coaching, early on. I mean, what 13 years into it, we didn't get in until 3-4 years ago. I wish we had the coach available 8, 9, 10 years ago. I mean, who knows where we'd be right now? It just wasn't. Well, Conquer wasn't around then, and just back then we just had the forums. We didn't even have social media. But if you can't get a coach, or reluctant to pay for the coach, get a mentor, somebody just to guide you. There's so many mistakes that you can stop yourself from making or prevent from making in the next 6 months, year, to get you to where you need to be.
Yep, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong, man. I know there's guys that are going to listen to this and they're going to say, well, I just want to be the owner operator on a truck and take a help every once in a while. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the great thing about this industry, man. You can be that guy that's an owner operator working by yourself or with a helper, or you can be that guy that wants to scale to multiple trucks. That's really it's your business, it's your life, how you want your company to run. So I don't knock those guys, man. People think sometimes like, oh, I only have one truck, and they don't want to like conversate and stuff. You'll see them and they don't want to talk because they like, oh, I'm just an owner operator. But dude, you're a business owner. You're just like us. Like everybody's the same, man. It's just some people have different visions and dreams, and that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was day one employee, day one business owner many years ago, and I started out just like everybody else. I didn't have $1 million company day one. So we started from rags to riches with one single truck. I mean, shoot, we had a 12-volt pump when we started. Now we have 5 trucks, 8 machines, and it's been fun. And I couldn't do it without my team. I couldn't do it without Conquer. Pat Clark, he's been super valuable to me. Michael Gregory, he was amazing. He's like my hero, my idol. And now Bennett Rose, my coach, and we'll just keep going and going and going.
Keep growing, man. That's awesome. You're doing great things, man. It's just like in the Christmas lights sector. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of lights, right? I mean, you're doing.
I love lights.
I know you do. Dude, you would. I think you would probably do Christmas lights like every single month of the year. You could.
We were in we stopped at Pigeon Forge on the way over to Nashville for the Huge, and I had to drag my kids into the Christmas store, and I was like Buddy the Elf and just like screaming Christmas, and like, Dad, stop. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know what it is. I've always loved lights since I was a kid, and once I found out I could hang lights for a living, it was like heaven. And it's hard to be very passionate about what you do. And I love washing. It's fun, but I'm not passionate about it like I am lights. And there's just something about hanging Christmas lights, seeing the excitement of the homeowner or the business or the people driving by, and knowing that we did it. And even when we drive by a house or a business, my kids are like, Dad, that's yours. It's so exciting.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And that's, I feel that way about washing also. That's why one of my struggles not being on the truck is I really enjoy washing. I do
too. When I get out with the guys, it's fun. Yes. They're usually like, why are you here? And you need to leave.
That's exactly what I go through.
Or where's lunch is what I normally get. But I love getting on the truck. I love being out with the team. You know, I don't want to always be the guy that's just writing checks and making decisions. I want to be out there with the team because I'm part of the team. You know,
Absolutely.
I might be the coach, but I was also a player, and I love it.
Yeah, they just don't like when I show up, man. Because they know I take the wand and I don't give it back. So it's kind of like they just stand around looking at me. But I mean, you know, even with things that I ask them to do, sometimes, you know, if I ask them to go do like a job, we don't work on the weekends. But if there's something on a Sunday that has to be done, a commercial, like I'll go out there and do it with them, man. So I'm like, look, I'm not going to ask you guys to do something that I would do it myself. So they appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
But I enjoy it, though. I mean, I do. And that was a struggle for me. It was a real struggle. And guys kept telling me, Pat Clark, you know, kept telling me, and other guys kept telling me, dude, you gotta pull off the truck some. Like, if you want to grow. And I'm like, dude, I like being on the truck, man. It's fun. And they're like, yeah, we get it. But
yeah,
no, you need to focus on other things.
It's more fun seeing other people on the truck and just growing the company and watching them grow with you personally and professionally. That's the important part.
It is, man. And like I said, you know, it's all about people. So you put the right people in place, and they enjoy what they do. You know, and I know you make fun. I see some videos you do. You make your workplace really fun. I see you do a lot of things with your guys to keep it fun there for them. And I think that's a culture that you're building. It's a culture. You're building that culture where they want to go to work. Because in my opinion, right now, I don't think hiring an employee is about the dollar amount. I really don't.
Not at all.
I really don't.
Nope. I've had one guy we just hired recently. He took a huge pay cut. He was just miserable, and he was on the clock pretty much 24/7 on call, and the quality of life was horrible. And like you said, it's all about the culture. I tell everybody when I used to do the interviews, I tell them, like, look, I don't want you to want to come to work. You know, wake up and say like, oh, I got to go to work today. It's like, you know, I want them to want to be there because it's fun, it's enjoyable, they get satisfaction out of it, and that's important. And it's more like I hate saying the word employee. I like saying the team, and it's a family environment, and we like to do the team building exercises, whether it's with the family or just the team. You know, everybody together making a breakfast, shrimp boil, crawfish boil, something like that. Just switch it up.
Yep. And I can honestly say I know a lot of people in this industry, and everyone that I know that has a team, right? Their employees are their team. They seem to have really happy employees. You know, one of them is David Flippy. I'm gonna have Flip, you know, on one of these podcasts is coming up soon. And he's in the same situation. He has team players, man. He builds a culture where they want to be there. They want to be part of that team. I think guys got to start, man, like looking at that, saying, you know, don't just treat your guys as just another number, another employee, man. Like create a culture, man, where they're happy, they come there, they want to make your company like it's theirs. They want to go out there and they want to rave and be like, hey, man, you know, this is where we work. This is an awesome company. We do awesome work.
Yeah. And I said that backwards earlier. I don't want them to say that I have to come to work. I want them to want to come to work every day, wake up and feel like, you know, they're part of something bigger and just can grow with us. And it just changed the whole dynamic of it being a job or a career. You know, jobs are temporary, careers are long-term.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, somebody coming from the Navy, man, you understand that, you know, and you know, thank you for your service, by the way. You know,
appreciate it. Thank you.
That's awesome. And but I think that instilled a lot of that stuff in you, you know, to be able to build that culture and understand that. And I think guys just need to sit back, man, and kind of realize, and if they have employees and they're treating them like just an employee and they're miserable and they're coming and getting the truck every day and they're miserable, it may not be the employee. It may be the culture you're building around them. So
I've seen
look at yourself, man.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of businesses and owners just run their guys to the ground and micromanage them, and just the morale is horrible. And you know, the guys they check in and check out every day, and the quality of life is bad. The quality of work goes down. The callbacks increase, and just so much that goes around that. When you could just stop and say, hey, you know, you're not just a number. you have a name, you have a family, you're part of our family now. And that just goes a long way for them to come into work. You smile, you greet them, you know them by their name. And part of the military, I used to stand at the door and just see everybody come in every single day. And I would know if they were smiling, if they're not looking at me, or if they looked sad, hung over, whatever it was, just because I knew who they were and how they acted every day. So just being able to see something or recognize something early, maybe they had a bad day, maybe they didn't sleep at all last night, maybe they're going some financial troubles, to be able to pull them aside and say, hey, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you need something? Whatever it is, it goes a long way.
Absolutely does. It does, man. That's, and you're a great boss, and they appreciate that. And it's good, man. Like, we just came back from the Houston convention. The convention was awesome. And being there for, I was gone for, I think, 4 days or something like that, right? Like, it's awesome to be able to know that you have guys that care enough that while we're there 4 days, everything's getting done and getting done correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great thing. And, yeah, man, I'm just really proud to watch you, man. Been doing for a while, so, your journey's been awesome. And
Appreciate
I think you're going to continue to grow. I think Christmas lights, you're going to keep dominating. I think you're starting to get layers of focus on lights, man. I'm seeing the stuff you're doing. I'm like,
are you doing lights this year?
I am. I don't do lights we do probably around 25. We did about 25 last year installs. For me, it's not. I love hanging lights. I mean, my house is like insane for many, many, many years, but still not there yet with the employees. The roofs on lights it's a little bit different than what we do in the washing side. So,
yeah. So
it's got to be. We're recruiting. So last year I did recruit some roofers, which helped out a lot. Brought some roofing guys in. So we'll see this year where we go with it. Tell you what, it's some amazing opportunities in Christmas lights, though. I mean, it's we received so many calls last year for light. We kind of just couldn't entertain, man. I really couldn't. I couldn't entertain them. I can't do it. Don't have the time or the manpower to do these big houses, man. Yeah. So
yeah, we're slowing down right now, but I'm just like every day I'm looking at the calendar. I'm like October. It's right around the corner, and that's where the magic happens for us. I love everything about Christmas lights. And speaking of hiring people, we had 10 people say they're going to show up for an interview today. Over the last 4 or 5 days, we were going to do a group interview. 5 of them were confirmed yesterday, and 1 of them showed up today. And it's just every year, it's always a challenge, but I feel the last year, 2 years has been even worse. So we'll see how this year goes. That might be the only struggle we have with hitting our goals for the light season.
I agree. I mean, that's what kind of put the roadblock in front of me. I was like, I'm going to do some lights, but it's got to be like, and we'll see, man. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to hire the right people this year if I can get them. Then we'll step it up and do more lights, because the opportunities to do lights is amazing. I'm going to try to get out. I know you're doing something out of Pat's place. You're doing a sales boost for lights.
Yeah, lights
boost.
Yep, September 9th, we're doing it down there, and it's all going to be revolved around sales. It's not any installs. It's all about pre-qualifying the customers. The going through the estimate, closing them on the job. And it's a 1 day full pack day, half day classroom, half day on the field, and it should be a good time. So for anybody who's looking to increase sales this year, I know a lot of guys that start off with a low goal for the year one, and that's fine if that's what you want. But with today's the training that you can get out there with Clippa and the leads, and we hang Christmas lights and all those things, it's easy to scale from 0 to 100,000 your first year. When I first started, that was not really an option because of the resources we didn't have back then.
It is, and you're right, man. I wish And that was one of my biggest struggles the first year I did lights was not knowing how to pre-qualify. And I can't tell you how many light jobs estimates I went out on. And the people would just be like having heart attacks. They'd be like, oh, I thought it'd be like $200. And I'd be like, man, I've been out here. I drove here. I'm measuring all this stuff. We're doing all this, man. We're doing the design, right? I'm doing the design for them. Like, dude, I just wasted a lot of time.
And that's part of the coaching, part of going to classes and all that stuff is how much time did you waste on that one customer? How did you just say, hey, our packages start at, oh, that's just way too much for me. All right, thanks. You're not our customer next. And they get the one that says, oh yeah, we're looking to spend $1,000. Cool, let's go. And then you go invest the time into that potential customer.
And when is that lights boost, light sales boost you guys are doing? September what?
Friday, September 9th in Greer, South Carolina at Pat Clark's shop.
All right. I'm going to try to get tickets for it. I'm going to see if I can make that, man.
Yeah, we're doing I think it's don't quote me. It's I want to say $749, something like that. Conquer, there's a Conquer discount as well if you're in Conquer. I believe you save $100, and it's going to fill up quick. If not, we might already be halfway filled. And but yeah, it's Pat Clark, Eric Kelly would be there, and it's just going to be a deep dive into everything that revolves around sales. And I'm going to just open up everything to show you guys how we went from 0 to. Well, we're on track to do $1 million this year, so if that's it should be fun.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I looked at it. I seen it when it popped up. And I'm like, oh, I got to try to make that, man. September. So right now we're like just swamped with schools right now. So we picked up a lot of schools. So we have 3 this week to do. I just put an estimate on 4 huge ones that if they get approved, they have to be done like by September 8th. So it's going to be like it's going to be a grind. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens, man.
We just knocked out, I think 7 schools ourselves. We do them every year. Our school starts Monday, but I think you guys are the week after Labor Day?
Yeah, the 8th. Yep, the 8th. So yeah, we just did a few schools. I mean, we've done a lot of schools this year. It's been crazy with schools, but yeah, I'm going to see if I can get down there. I'm going to see what's going on with the schedule. But
no excuses. No excuses.
Yeah, no excuses. I know.
Let's go.
All right, so before we close this out, man, that's when I ask everybody that I bring on to, since, right now, I know some guys are just struggling, man. The economy is a little bit weird. There's some up and downs going on. It's a roller coaster anyway, this business. But so if you, right now, we're talking about the pressure washing side, soft washing side, and you were extremely slow, what's the one thing that you would do, man? Like if you had no work tomorrow, the next day, what's the one thing that you would do to try to get some jobs generated?
I'd text blast every single customer, every single prospect we have, and send out. I wouldn't overload the office with a couple thousand, but a couple hundred a day, and just send out a deal. And I'll give you our little secret, and just tell them, hey, you have a $25 coupon or $25 credit on your account that expires next week. Do you want to apply that towards house wash or dryer vent cleaning? And if they ask what it's for, just say, hey, it's because you referred somebody, they mentioned your name, whatever it is. And that has generated us a lot of revenue that way.
That's smart. So you guys listening, if you're slow right now, really slow, do some text blasting, because text blasting does work. We actually do some text blasting. It's awesome. And guys, don't panic. I mean, this is a roller coaster. So I'm also seeing a lot of guys panicking, and they're starting to lower the prices really quick. Like,
yeah,
don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't lower your prices. Don't lower your prices. I will say, I'll throw value, man. When I know August is slow for us, I know our slow periods. I'll do value. So we'll do deals with a premium house wash. You get a free exterior cleaning window. It's up to so many windows. There's some exclusions, but we'll do some things to add value. But we're still going to make sure we get that same price for that house we want, for that premium house wash. We're not going to lower our price on it.
Yeah, we used to do $75 dryer vent cleans with any house wash. Normally $150, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's great."
You must have been reading my computer, because I got some ads rolling out next week, man. And that's exactly what it is on a premium house wash. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yep.
So
it's a tough time for a lot of people right now. I know a lot of people who are not hitting their goals and struggling right now and laying off. But just you got to stay motivated. You got to stay focused and just keep grinding. Facebook, Instagram, social media, Nextdoor, text blast, emails. Utilize all that free stuff on top of what you're also paying for. There's just so many free resources out there to generate leads.
Yep, and stay creative. Like we just talked about the dry vent cleaning deal with the house wash. Stay creative, man. Be creative.
Yep.
Be different. And I appreciate you coming on, man. I think you gave some nuggets out to these guys, that can hopefully help them out. And if you guys are watching this and you're interested in Christmas lights, or you're already doing lights and you really want to take it to the next level, I would highly look into the lights boost that's going on. Because
Pat Clark, Eric Kelly, and I will be going live probably tomorrow night, if not Friday, and discussing that for a little while and just going through kind of what we'll be discussing. And I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on tonight. Look forward to seeing you at Lights Boost September 9th. I know you'll be booking your ticket.
Yeah, I'm going to book a ticket, man.
And I'll see you at the PWMCA in Florida.
Yeah, February 22nd to 24th. It's going to be crazy.
Looking forward to that.
So if you guys check it out, pwmca.org. The expo, everything is free. The only thing you got to pay for, we do have VIP tickets. That's if you want to go to the lunches and the social. You got to buy a ticket for that. But all the classes are free except for there's a class on the 21st. That's an epoxy coating class, but that's completely separate from the expo. All the expo classes are free. So get your tickets, pwmca.org. And
you've already got one heck of a lineup out there. I mean, it's not even September, and the speakers and the rollout you have is incredible.
Yeah, so we have a lot more. We have a lot more breakout rooms coming up. So that's a struggle, man. Like filling it. I mean, we get so many awesome speakers, and it's a struggle to say who's going to be in the breakout room, who's in the main room. That's really, really hard, man. It hurts sometimes. You're like, so it's tough. It really is.
I'm just excited to be there. So you can put me wherever you want.
Me too. All right, guys. We will see you next week with our next guest, and we appreciate you all tuning in. And again, go to pwmca.org, get your tickets for the Orlando convention. Have a great night. We love you all.
Thanks, James.